Hey guys, so we're going to do a reading for the week ahead for each sign. Just like last weekend, pulling a card for each sign and then getting a clarifier for it, and a clarifying card for it. I'm just shuffling the cards really quick. Ooh, Empress. I like seeing that coming out. That means there's a lot of healing happening. Abundance, healing, self-nurturing. This is going to be from Aries to Pisces. For the collective. The week ahead. One more. Okay. First card. Aries, you have the Page of Wands. Taurus, you have the King of Wands. Gemini, you have the Ten of Swords. Cancer, you have the Two of Pentacles. Leo, you have the Two of Cups. Virgo, you have the Chariot. Libra, you have the Seven of Wands. Scorpio, you have the Devil card. Capricorn, you have the Six of Swords. Wait, no, this is Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you have the Six of Swords. Capricorn, you have the Queen of Swords. Aquarius, you have the Sun. And Pisces, you have the Magician. Okay. All right, so now we will get clarifiers for this, but I just want to look at the bottom of the deck just to get the overall energy of this. And it's more introspective. The Hermit card, it could also speak to themes that will also kind of be something in the background throughout Virgo season as well, because we are still in Leo season. We just barely entered into Leo season, and then Virgo season will start around, I think, August 21st. Okay, so Aries, Page of Wands comes out for you this week. The page is the start of something, right? But pages are about things that are within your reality, things that are in action. It is tangible because pages talk about earth energy. With it being in the wands, I feel like you could have something exciting, something new. Maybe there's an inspiring person that you meet, or there's an inspirational project that kicks off with a friend or even a lover. If you have kids, this could speak of something that happens for your kids that's exciting. Maybe a new activity that they're going to start doing, or new friendship groups. But it is a very inspiring card. It could also speak of a new love interest as well, a love that's at the very beginnings, the beginning stages, or a message of love. But let's see. What is this Page of Wands for Aries this week coming up? Could be a Scorpio, but the Death card is coming out for this. So you know, Page of Wands coming out, like I said, something old passed away. So then there's this new start, right? It's something new that comes into your life. There is this transition into something. Right now you have Neptune and Saturn retrograde in your sign still, but in September it's going to be entering into Pisces again. So it'll be out of your sign in September, retrograding into Pisces. That could be a moment where, since it exits something new, regardless of it still being in retrograde, but this could also be something being revisited because of the retrograde. Keep in mind that you will also have Mars and Libra opposing. I think that starts this week. That opposition is starting this week. So that can bring up stuff in your 7th house. If you are an Aries rising, for example, this Mars in Libra is going to be in your 7th house of relationships. So this could either be something that from the past comes back, or there is this new passionate energy in your 7th house, which could be very sexy, could bring that fire into your relationships. So that's what I have for you, Aries. Now let's move into Taurus. Taurus, you have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a leader, very charismatic. They're fun, they're passionate, they're very creative. This could represent a person in your life, or this could represent creative ideas in work, where you collaborate with somebody who brings a lot of exciting things to the table, and you guys work together as a team. Or this could represent you getting in this energy of the King of Wands, who is a leader and has copious amounts of ideas. So for Taurus this week, who is this King of Wands? Clarify the King of Wands for Taurus. Clarify the King of Wands for Taurus. The Sun. Okay, this could be a Leo. Sun card represents Leo, but I feel like this, let's see, you have, I believe you have Leo in your 4th house, right? Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. Yeah, you have Leo in your 4th house. So Leo naturally rules the 5th house, though. Mercury retrograde, Leo, the Sun being in Leo in your 4th house, lighting up your 4th house, and 5th house themes. I feel that maybe this could be in regards to your hometown, where you live. There's a new exciting opportunity that comes your way, whether it's love or career or just like some new experience that you have. Maybe somebody feels like home to you. This King of Wands that comes into your life could make you feel like you're at home, you are comfortable. Very loving, because the King of Wands can be very warm and loving too. And they want to make you feel special. They care about how you feel. They want to make you feel loved. So whether this is a new person coming into your life or it's someone already existing, there could be a very warm experience. And that's what I see. Across from the 4th house is the 5th house. So, or I'm sorry, the 10th house. Where you have Aquarius. So that's in your house of reputation and career. Maybe you meet somebody in your career. Starts off rocky, let's say. You meet them through work. You meet them through some kind of work expo or something. And it starts off rocky because you guys are working together, but Mercury retrograde in Leo, it could have had this rocky experience. When Mercury is starting to go out of retrograde, things could get easier. I don't know. That's another story I can see as well, according to the transits that are happening. If you're a Taurus rising, that is. Okay, so for Geminis, we have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is about an ending, about something that's very painful, but it's coming to an end where the pain is going to only lessen from here. It's not going to get any worse. It's already hit its maximum. This could be in regards to a relationship, of course, but the Ten of Swords does talk about feeling betrayed. So perhaps you feel betrayed by somebody. Someone has hurt your feelings or has done you wrong. Perhaps you've already kind of known about this, but it's to this week it's coming to a head and it's really starting to take place. So after this takes place, you can start to heal and let go of things more. Let's see. Clarify the Ten of Swords for Gemini. I'm also remembering that there's going to be this kite formation between Mars and Libra with Uranus in your sign, Gemini, and Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. So those points are very, very powerful. Mars being in Libra is at its detriment, so it is not, it is actually a very uncomfortable type of combo. They don't work well together, and especially with Saturn and Neptune retrograde in Aries opposing, it just makes things even more uncomfortable. With that being said, there's this suddenness about the Ten of Swords that could come about to you this week. There's a sudden, abrupt ending, shocking experience that does hurt. Maybe not for all, but because of Uranus, right? With Mars influence on that. Pluto retrograde, all those things are coming about. And if you think about the rulers, the houses that they rule, Libra rules over 7th house themes, which is of relationships. Uranus rules over the 11th house, Aquarius. Well, you rule over the 3rd house. Traditionally, 3rd house, which represents your travels, communication, learning, and then Aquarius rules over the 11th house of friendships, community. So this could involve relationships to friends or community, that this abrupt sudden happening or ending or feeling of betrayal comes about. Yeah. The Three of Swords as well, to clarify this. This could also speak of something from the past that is, it's not like it's something you don't know. This experience is related to something you've already gone through. So if you look at this card, the Three of Swords are already out of the heart, and the heart's already healing. So you've already healed this, but you might have a wound that is being aggravated a little bit. Wounds that are kind of poked at, that are being brought up to your attention to heal more. Yeah, 3, 3rd house, card number 3. This could also represent siblings as well, because 3rd house represents our siblings. So it could be family related, family issues. But it's nothing you can't handle. You've already healed from this. You just got to heal a little bit more about it. Okay, so now we're on to Cancer. You have the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles is about balance. This is about finances, of course, but this could be just about having to juggle a lot of things in your life and trying to keep that balance. You could be very busy this week because you're making plans, you're putting things together, you're trying to make sure everyone's happy and on the same page, things all work out. Clarify this Two of Pentacles for Cancer. Oh, I'm not taking all those, but I saw the King of Swords with the Nine of Swords. This one actually fell out. Okay, so Gemini, or not Gemini, Cancer. You might have a prominent Gemini placement in your chart. But with the Nine of Swords coming out to clarify the Two of Pentacles for you, Cancer, If you see this card, it looks like somebody's fighting back their anxiety, right? So maybe you might feel a heightened level of anxiety, but you're not letting it get the best of you. You're not going to allow yourself to lose sleep over things that could be very stressful when you're trying to balance things out. Maybe that's the theme of this week is perhaps you've been overworking, and it's been causing you stress trying to balance so many things out. But this is the week where you are getting a hold of those anxieties because you're not going to allow it to affect your health. The Nine of Swords, this could be nines. I almost feel it's a spiritual aspect to it. Spiritually connected to your long-term goals, the way you think of things, how you think of things, how you internalize things, and it has an effect on your balance. Little things related to your routines and how you handle certain situations, I feel. Maybe that's what's coming up this week. That's what I see for you. Hold on one second. Okay, now we're on to Leo. Leo, you have the Two of Cups. That's lovely. The Two of Cups talks about two people, two souls, two individuals coming together and sharing emotional intimacy. Emotional intimacy meaning just relating to one another on a heart-to-heart level. This could be through communication. This could be through physical interaction. But there's some emotional recognition here. And as you see, there's a heart being formed between two cups. And this could be with friends, family, love. But this can also be within yourself, right? Within your own heart. But a lot of times, Two of Cups is about two separate beings coming together. Clarify the Two of Cups for Leo, please. Wow. Okay, well, the World card came out. It did come out in reverse, but that's the way it fell. I'll read both aspects of this, or both descriptions of this. The World card here, I have to cover her up. Ugh. But the World card here, this one, you don't see the fixed signs. Normally in the traditional World card, you have all four fixed signs as well with the elements. But it's just showing the elements in this one. The cup, the sword, the wand, and the pentacle surrounding the beautiful maiden in the middle. And she is working her magic with these elements to create a whole new reality for herself. Because the World card is about endings and beginnings. It's about something successful happening, working out in your favor, whether it's reversed or upright. It's a good card, right? Because when the Two of Cups is involved with the World card upright, it's about some brand new alignment, this experience. You are walking through a door to love, to a new kind of love, emotional understanding of yourself and of others, of someone in particular, even knowing knowing what you need to do, the answers to your fulfillment within yourself and within another. Reversed means the same thing, but maybe this is about closing out something. Maybe this is about not just closing out, but maybe it's about reworking a contract, because an old phase has already closed out. So there's this new one that's maybe happening in the existing relationship or dynamic. But working with the elements, I think of the Magician card in here. It's like the Magician card, but on a even more spiritual level, because she's in the sky. She's levitating in a circle, which represents the cycle, the earthly cycle. But she has these, the wands that she holds in her hands, they're, I forgot what they're called, but back in like ancient times they had, I think, copper rods, and it's like a conduit that you would hold these rods in both hands, and then you would focus intently on what you want to manifest or bring into your life. Essentially, you're working to manipulate energy. So you're manipulating the energy to have the most divine outcome, to realign. Actually, it's to help realign your energies. So in order to align your energy, you have to manipulate the energy to reform into alignment. So I kind of see it in that way too, where there's something that concerns like your heart, the core of you, and what you want, what you desire, and you want that depth, you want that true emotional, like deep connection, and you could have an experience or a opportunity for that with someone. And if it doesn't happen this week, then it's in the works. It's in the works to happen. Okay, so now on to Virgo. Virgo, you have the Chariot card. And with this card, with it right next to the Two of Cups, it's weird because the Chariot has different meaning than the Two of Cups, but when they were sitting side by side, right? And I just felt like it looks so similar. It looks so similar. The only difference is that these are cups that have a heart, but these are two seahorses that are intertwined together in love. And seahorses, they're very dedicated to their mate. I'm pretty sure they stay with one mate for their whole lifespan. I'm quite certain. And it's the male that actually has the babies and not the female, but they dedicate themselves to each other. It's like this integration where there's respect for each other's roles, no matter what role you play. And there's this victory. There's this sense of victory that I see with the Chariot card. There's this sense of like integration and victory within yourself and what you are dedicating yourself to. This could be something that has been in the works for a while. This can be something that is a goal that you are setting yourself to achieve. And you're getting close to that victory. Or this is where you decide that victory, right? Chariot is about, it's connected to the sign of Cancer as well. And we have Venus and Jupiter conjuncting in Cancer in the month of August for about 3 weeks. And Cancer rules over the 4th house of home, the 4th house of family. This could be about really healing some family ties as well. Healing something within your family lineage. This could be about, could be related to the mother or a mother figure in your life. This could be related to travel as well, because Chariot is a card of travel. But I almost feel like this is not just physical travel, but it's about a spiritual journey. This is about a spiritual journey as well. And with the moon being in here between the 2 seahorses, it's almost like there's this mystical element about this story, about this journey that you've either been on for a while or you feel like you are just starting. But there's something very deep about it. Clarify the Chariot. Ugh, not too. Okay, I just slipped over the one on the bottom. 10 of Pentacles. Wow, that's awesome. The 10 of Pentacles. This is about legacy. This could be this could very well be tied to your family, because legacies are family related. 4th house is across from the 10th house, and the 10th house represents like legacies and you know, your status, your reputation, all those types of things. This could be related to work, since the 10 of Pentacles came out. Maybe this is like a new job opportunity, some work that really connects you to like your sense of direction, purpose, finding something that you actually really love doing, that you can really dedicate yourself to. And but this can also be, do you see how this is not the same as the regular 10 of Pentacles? This shows like after building up a wealth legacy, you know, you have a kid here with the dog. There's this treasure trove. Maybe this is like the beginnings of you entering into a new phase where you're creating this and you feel it within yourself, this opportunity to create your legacy. And you're on your way to that. You're on your way to achieving that goal. Some of you might be creating a family, right? Maybe you are expecting, maybe you are working on making that happen. You could also be visiting family, because the Chariot is of travel, visiting some family. Visiting your childhood home, visiting your your relatives. This could also talk about some of you going over inheritance, dividing assets. But that's very nice. I like it. All right, so for Libra, you have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is about, well, it's about someone going against the herd. Someone who is not backing down from something. Mars is going into your sign. You're probably going to get that vibe where you feel like you're going against the status quo in a way. I also feel like you're going to be tuning out all the people that are trying to be like talking you down. This guy looks like he doesn't care what all the other guys are waving their wands at him, trying to stop him for some reason, but he doesn't care. He's like, you know what? I'm going to do what I want. Don't tell me what to do. I know what I'm doing, type of thing, and I'm willing to fight for it. I'm willing to stand my ground and defend my position. So maybe you get this type of experience where you feel like you're going against the grain, whether it's at work, in family, friends. Clarify the Seven of Wands. Clarify the Seven of Wands. The Six of Swords. The Six of Swords. Yeah. You know, I feel that this could be a situation where, because you feel like people are misunderstanding you. Now, keep in mind there's Neptune and Saturn retrograde in Neptune, Saturn retrograde in Aries that's going to be opposing you. It's been opposing you. So that's a difficult energy sometimes, right? Especially, you know, Aries being the ruler of Mars. Aries, they're very, very much aggressive, and they don't get their way. They're going to try to overpower. And so since that's your opposing sign, it could feel at times where others are just kind of going against you or not really hearing you out, or you feel like you have to stand up for yourself. You have to endure something, and, you know, like you're, maybe not all of you, but perhaps there's those feelings where you just have to really kind of tune those things out. The Six of Swords, to clarify it, it's like you are moving away from all of that crap. You're not gonna take that. You could actually be going on a trip. Maybe you want to escape this crap, this energy of people around you, and that could probably be very good for you, where you need to decompress. Mars being in your sign, it might aggravate even more, so maybe you're going to be the better person and just kind of remove yourself from the situation, going to somewhere more calm, more peaceful. Yeah, and then taking your swords like with you, it's like almost in a way where you're not going to say anything because you know that it's just going to spark more chaos and destruction for you and for those you love. And so you're going to be the better person and remove yourself from the situation. You take your inner thoughts or the way you feel about something to another area so that you can really you can really reflect on how you feel about a situation before making a decision. Maybe that's something too, because Mars in Libra, you know, it could make things more difficult to try and decide what choices to make to a, whether it comes to career, whether it comes to someone, a love option, or whatever it is, or how you feel about something. Sometimes you just have to disconnect. It's best not to say anything, especially with those oppositions happening. It could cause more harm than good. So I think that it would be wise to detach for a little bit. Okay. Oh, another thing I get too is like, so 7 of Wands, 7th house, you rule the 7th house. That is about relationship dynamics. And with Aries, Saturn and Neptune retrograde, it's like there's something challenging your individuality. There's some situation that challenges your individuality, your sense of self. And in order to get clear on what you need, sometimes you need to detach yourself completely and have your own time to really sort things out. And that act alone is an act of self-love. Taking yourself out of a chaotic situation, taking yourself out of a situation where people aren't hearing you, or almost feeling like they're working against you in a way, even if they really aren't. But when you get that feeling, you know to kind of detach yourself so that you can get your head balanced, your mind and your heart balanced. Okay, so now we're on to Scorpio. Scorpio, you have the Devil card. So, the Devil card can represent a lot of different things, right? You could feel tempted to do something. Maybe there's a temptation. You could feel more devious, maybe. Maybe there is a an opportunity to tame some temptations that you have, whether it be with vices or with I don't know, just any kind of thing, really. Clarify the Devil card. Clarify the Devil card. Oh. Oh, do not fall out. I don't need that many cards. Clarify the Devil card. Ooh, 7 of Cups. Yes, so the Devil card. This could be about illusions that you're having. Maybe there's options. Okay, so first thing is illusions and options. Whether it's with love options, you're dating, you know, maybe there's some temptations there where you know it might not be in your best interest to indulge in, but if it's not with that, then this is just, it's like there's something that you need to take a deeper look at. If you feel like things are foggy, if you feel like things are confusing, right? This Devil card is about really dissecting what could be causing that confusion. What's at the root of this? Because yes, there are lots of options out there for you right now. There's a lot of different options for you. But when it's linked to the devil, you want to make sure which contract you're signing, right? That goes for everybody. But it seems that maybe this week there might be something that comes about where you're going to be tested. You're going to be tested, and it will require you to dig a little bit deeper and not to just be triggered by the first response that you get. Right, because I'm also noticing with this guy here, it's like he's looking at this treasure like, yeah, I got all this treasure, you know, that's what I wanted. I wanted this. I got what I wanted. And meanwhile, he doesn't realize that he's being constricted. And this could represent like maybe addictions, that instant gratification that turns into a routine, that turns into something that could lead down a more difficult path that you'd have to rewire yourself to get out of. Something that looks shiny isn't always the best thing, right? And just to be careful. Six of Pentacles. I had to get a clarifier or something that could help. So for your situation, if you're struggling with this, Scorpio, Six of Pentacles is like, it's a very grounding card, right? You get down to the grassroots of things, service-oriented. What activities can help to distract you from any kind of vices that you might have a desire to indulge in? If this is within like, whether it's within relationships or vices, risks, gaming, gambling, whatever it is, Six of Pentacles is the opposite of that, where it's more grounded, it's more service oriented. Sixth house, your routines. Six of Pentacles, sixth house. And then this is a card that teaches us how to step outside of ourselves. And when we step outside of ourselves and look at things from all spectrums, it helps us to learn. It's like that emotional awareness or responses. And when you step outside of it, you can look at things from a different perspective and Pentacles are more slow in nature, right? Slower in nature. The Seven of Cups is your card too. Cups, the Seven of Cups is the Scorpio card. So yeah, it's like there's a danger of self-indulgence. So what you do to counteract that is by sixth house things like Virgo themes, grounding, looking at your routines. How do you counteract that so you can keep a balance without falling into a negative pattern or a negative feeling? Yeah. Okay, so for Sagittarius, you have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords could be about, like, you know, travels as well. It could be about moving to calmer waters if you feel like things have been too stressful lately. Well, yeah, I mean, I think things could be feeling a bit stressful for you because Uranus being in Gemini, which is in your 7th house, if you're a Sagittarius rising, that is stirring up your relationship area. That is stirring up things within your one-on-one dynamics with people. And perhaps you feel exhausted, and so you just need to kind of disconnect from it and go to something more calm, relaxed. Maybe you feel a sense of isolation though too. But it's not like it's something that you are consciously doing for your own health, for reasons that you don't want to really open up to about with others. Clarify the Six of Swords. The High Priestess. Dang, okay. All right. Yeah, this is something that you're very secret about. This is very, this is mysterious. This is your intuition. This is your intuition. You feel intuitively guided to move away from something. Either move away or move towards. Because, I mean, this is the card of movement as well, right? But it's like you're moving to a different area. Whether that is away or to something. Depends on your situation. But this is involving something quite spiritual. This could be maybe you going on a, you know, brief hiatus. You need to escape the world for a little bit because it's just too much right now. And you need to get your head straight on something. That could be what it is. But that's very mysterious. I think that you're also going on some kind of soul awakening. The Six of Swords combined with the High Priestess, that's like a soul journey. That's a soul searching kind of combo. You are in search of a different part of you that you feel you have lost connection with, or that you have just realized that you have a connection with and you're trying to find out more. Okay, so now we're on to Capricorn. You have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords could represent somebody in your life, or this could represent the way that you feel about something, how you act towards something, your persona to a person or a thing. Queen of Swords is the card of the widow. She doesn't take any shit, and she gets to the point very quickly. She's very blunt. She's honest. She doesn't care if it hurts your feelings. She's going to tell you how it is. She's not doing it out of malice, though. She's doing it out of just being upfront and real about something. She knows who she is. So whether this is you or somebody else that you are encountering and having a conversation with, please clarify the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, clarified by the Ten of Swords. Okay, so you could be having a conversation with somebody that is in that, or someone's having a conversation with you and you're in that. Whatever it is, it's about something that ended. Something that ended, and you're laying it to rest. There's this tumultuous cycle that maybe some of you have been going through, and very soon here, it's going to be laid to rest once and for all. This Ten of Swords is the aftermath, right? Aftermath of the Ten of Swords, where you're starting with just one, right? And things are calm now. It's not chaotic. It's more like civilized. Maybe you're having a civilized conversation with someone that you once had a lot of triggers with, traumas with, and it's the healing process has taken root so that, you know, you guys have had enough time to really heal. But you have to revisit some things. You have to lay some things to rest and tie up loose ends. And I mean, we are coming out of the retrograde here soon. So a lot of times, you know, there's themes of people revisiting things, and, you know, you have to revisit them before you're able to kind of make amends with certain things. But that's what I see. Very cut and dry, which is good. It doesn't look chaotic at all. It looks quite balanced and practical to me. So, all right, so we have Aquarius. You have the Sun card. The Sun card is about happiness. It's about finding your light, finding your calling, your purpose. You might feel like more bright and positive this week. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you don't feel that bright and positive right now, but perhaps this is going to be an energy that's building if you don't feel that yet. Because there's a new door opening for you. The sun is shining a light on a new opportunity, a door being opened for you. And it's a successful outcome. Clarify the sun. Clarify the sun. Wow, the Ace of Wands. That's awesome. Yes, this is double confirmation of a brand new beginning, success, creativity, passion. This is a door opening for you. And I believe that this is going to really ignite when the full moon is in your sign, Aquarius, on August 9th. There's a lot of major revelations that have come about to you, and you have really taken root to who you really are. You're starting to really see your potential. You're starting to see your potential within you. And this Ace of Wands is not just the regular. This is where you actually birth something. It becomes real. It's not just the start. It is already past the start of the Ace. It's starting to take root. And this is highlighted by the sun. You could be, maybe you have some fire in your chart. Maybe this is about someone that is a very fiery person that brings that inspiration to you, right? They inspire you. They cheer you on to be creative, to make your dreams come true. They support you. But I think you're going to really see that door that is opening new possibilities, new dreams, new cycles, a new spark of life for you coming into existence. Whether it's work, whether it's love, whether it's family, whether it's just within you, a new discovery within yourself, tapping into your creative potential, whatever it looks like, whatever it is. There's this new spark and excitement for life. That's what I see. And last but not least, we have Pisces. You have the Magician card. The Magician is the one who manifests, right? What are you manifesting this week? Because it seems that something is being ignited here. And, Jupiter and Venus in Cancer really does help your sign. It gives your sign of Pisces a lot of energy and great manifestation potentials. It could be love related too, because Venus and Jupiter conjuncting in Cancer, but Cancer rules the moon as well. So this could just be about your emotions within yourself and self-love for yourself. You're working on manifesting what you want in life, whether it's love, family, career, but manifesting from a place of self-love. Becoming in tune with your emotional self. But let's see. Clarify the Magician. Well, there's 3 cards, but I can't take 3 cards. But, okay. Well, Page of Swords is the first one I saw. So this, whatever you're manifesting, maybe you're getting these ideas through, you're researching something. You're really adding to your knowledge. This is about learning, right? You're really looking into the topics that excite you, getting ideas for what you want to do. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. So, and in this one, it shows that the pentacle, it's showing like what you manifest out of the pentacle. See? And I think this is like some I forgot type of bug it is, but it's like a very unique rare bug that signifies like good luck, right? But it's like manifesting your beginning, your career, your destiny, your purpose, what you want to create. You're creating something out of that pentacle already. You're not in the waiting phase of just having the gift. You're getting it. So something can really move forward for you this week pretty fast. Faster than you might expect. Yeah, faster than you may expect. And this could be in collaboration with people. Because the Page of Swords, there's like a group here that's also approaching the Page of Swords, where there's this collaboration. Maybe it's online. You collaborate with people online and you're getting these great ideas, and then it could turn into a joint a joint project that you guys work on, collaborating. If you're like an influencer, you could be collaborating with other influencers and making some awesome new company or just memberships or whatever it is, you know, just collaborating on a creative idea. Merchandise, you could be adding merchandise to something. I just get that. It's like this, a lot of creative potential here that's coming together. Oh, and then by the way, the third one, I'm not gonna say much about it because I don't want I'm not gonna try and favor, but even though I do love Pisces, but 10 of Cups, all right, was the other one too. So that's a great sign, just saying. All right, guys, well, that's what I have for all 12 signs coming up this week. It is timeless as well, so whenever you come across it, you could get some messages from here. Look at all your placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. You can get so many different epiphanies if you look into all the aspects. You get a bigger story that resonates even more than you think. But that's what I have for you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I'll probably do some more of those secret language of birthdays readings. I'll do that and whatnot. So, anywho's, peace out.